get inside their heads.
I think I can hold these guys off.
We'll see how it's going to be.
Relive all the week's action with the guys who saw it firsthand.
But we've all got to learn how to not wreck. Missed it by that much.
And check out the next generation of NASCAR stars.
We think we're pretty good.
Lock on to NASCAR on Speed Vision, and you won't get left behind.
It's easy to do.
Totally NASCAR, weeknights at 6:30 Eastern and NASCAR Victory Lane, Mondays at 7 on Speed Vision.
Welcome back on Speed Vision, the ARCA Remax Series at Lowe's Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. Tonight, the Easycare Service Contracts 100. First caution of the night. Bill Venturini, a wild action up between turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, car number 38, Rick Dennis, got sideways, getting into the corner, just gathered up about 3 or 4 more cars.
The 89 of Jason Few involved in that car. The 71 was involved there. And we've got a couple of onboard looks as well as we see Donnie Morlock and Few in the back end of the 71. The 71 is Kevin Gardner out of Inman, South Carolina. Few went high to try to get by him, just drilled the 71 there.
And then he gets hit again, right?
Yeah.
Number 48 hits him down on the bottom.
Donnie Morlock driving a repainted car, black livery on that car with the Marisuites on the back fender and heavy contact. This is from the onboard view of Shelby Howard now. He drives into the smoke, doesn't know where he's going here.
Watch in the upper right-hand corner. Bam! He hits the number 38 of Rick Dennis.
An opportunity now to talk to ARCA champion Frank Kimmel on the radio. Frank, you've run several laps behind Kerry Earnhardt. Do you think you have anything for him tonight as this race unfolds?
Well, we hope so later on, but the Advanced Auto Parts Ford Ford's running really good. And, driver made a few mistakes there at the start of the race, drove off on the apron, kind of got us behind. So Kerry's running great, but we'll have to see if we can stay with him.
Now, the weather conditions couldn't be better here tonight, nice and comfortable. How's the track feel to you right now? Plenty of grip?
It's really good. I actually broke the rear tires loose a little bit through 3 and 4 one time, and which is kind of uncharacteristic for Charlotte, but it's this is a great racetrack, a lot of fun here, and I think we're going to be fine. They got a lot of stage ride down here in 1 and 2, and we'll get that blowed off. We'll be okay.
Well, Frank Kimmel, congratulations on what's been a great season for you. 10 wins and 22 starts, maybe win number 11 tonight, your second consecutive ARCA Remax Series championship.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. But it all goes down to the crew and all the guys working on what we're trying to do here, and just had a great effort all year, and really proud of this race team, and we'll see what we got for these guys later today.
I bet you'll have something good for them. Frank Kimmel, he'll restart second here behind Kerry Earnhardt. So we get ready for that restart. Kimmel in that 46 car. Tried to make the Winston Cup field here on Sunday as well in a car that Larry Clement has fielded for him. Didn't have much success with that machine, though.
Well, let me tell you, you can't come here to try and run a Winston Cup race without a full 100% effort. And when you're split between 2 garages, it's really almost impossible to do it.
Well, Kimmel certainly trying to salvage something here this weekend. Up through the gears as the green flag reappears. It's Earnhardt, Kimmel, Chase Montgomery in the 6th car. He'd been running up in 3rd. He's fallen behind, Bill.
Yeah, he didn't get a good restart right there. He went from 3rd. Actually, he's down about 7th right now.
And Billy Venturini takes your car up to 3rd, but here comes Blaze Alexander.
And Blaze has got a strong car right there.
On board with Andy Belmont out of Pennsylvania, the America Online Ford sitting 5th. Belmont very patient here in the early going. Jason Jarrett next in line in 6th. And then Montgomery has faded back to 7th. Now Belmont takes a look to the inside.
And we mentioned this before in a few previous other shows on how good Andy Belmont's program is coming along this year. And it's even showing on the Speedway races right now. Andy Belmont's definitely got his program up to better than par right now. Oh, look at that. Blaze Alexander slides right underneath Frank Kimmel getting into the corner.
Alexander wasting no time putting that 75 car toward the front.
That's what you call a power move. Yeah. Sometimes that'll scare you as a race car driver because you don't think somebody can pass you that fast getting into a corner.
Kerry Earnhardt is your leader. Now Alexander is 2nd, Kimmel 3rd, Montgomery, the youngster from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, fading back to 7th, although he's back up to speed. Now that car that Blaze Alexander's in, is that one of Bob Shack's machines with a 75 on it?
No, that's Blaze Alexander's own car. That's his own team car. He's just running the number 75 for Bob Shack right now.
So Blaze is 2nd, tracking down Kerry Earnhardt. They move by the 8 machine. Blaze swings right in behind Alexander. That 8 car, the car of Todd Antrican. That's one of Norm Benning's machines that Todd's using tonight.
Well, look at Blaze's car bottom out a little getting into one. There's a bump right there. A lot of people don't realize it. Getting into one, just as you make the transition, there is a bump, and you're either going to bottom out there or you're going to bottom out in the middle of 3 and 4. But usually getting into 1 is the worst bump.
Blaze is able to keep that 75 car down on the white line. Kerry Earnhardt running about a lane higher. What's the quicker way around here?
Man, wherever your car will go the fastest. Sometimes on the bottom is good. Sometimes up high is good. You'll see sometimes these guys in 3 and 4, they may move real high in the corner.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bumps in 3 and 4, and if you don't have your car shocked right, the right shock combination, it makes the car too bumpy trying to run on the bottom, so you have to run up higher.
Well, the pole sitters for the car of Tim Steele now on the charge. He's up to 8th. He's got his sights set on Chase Montgomery, who rides 7th in the 6th. And here's Steele to the bottom of the 16, right by Montgomery.
You know, I said when Tim Steele got up front to the faster cars, he was going to have a problem. But right now, he's up to 6th, and he's not showing that he's got a problem so far.
Closing in on Jason Jarrett's Biomet machine, the 67 car. Down the backstretch, the 2 leaders. Earnhardt and Alexander. There's Kimmel in 3rd. Billy Venturini, Andy Belmont, and here comes Steele. Grabs another spot away from Jason Jarrett. So Tim Steele is headed toward the front, but it's still Kerry Earnhardt leading at Charlotte.
Before you choose a security company, consider this. Only ADT protects your home and family with 3 solid guarantees. It's the ADT Fire Protection Package. If you move, we'll install a system in your new home free of charge. If you're not happy with your system, ADT will refund the installation cost and monitoring fees. We'll even save you up to 20% on your basic homeowner's insurance. It's the most comprehensive guarantee package around. And it's only offered by the nation's leader, ADT. The company with the most advanced home monitoring technology. Call now and get an ADT security system installed from $99. Plus the peace of mind of the ADT Fire Protection Package. Get the power of ADT. Why would you choose anything less?
If your hair is thinning, call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now for this free booklet. The Hair Loss Resource Center, giving you the information you need to make an educated decision on hair loss. Whether you're just starting to thin or experiencing advanced hair loss, Hair Club has an option that's right for you. Hair Club, the answers you've been waiting for.
Drop in to Warren Miller Week on OLN. Starting Monday, November 12th, Warren Miller's Global Adventure free rides around the world in one action-packed week, making treks from Africa to Antarctica. Monday, November 12th through Friday the 16th at 7 p.m. on OLN Adventure TV.
Back at Lowe's Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina, here on Speed Vision, I'm Rick Benjamin, Bill Venturini alongside Don Radebaugh on pit road. Lead battle up front is intense. Meantime, all eyes are on Tim Steele in the red number 16. He is challenging Andy Belmont now for 4th here in the early going.
Well, you can see the slower cars running the bottom line have actually made this race a little difficult. Like Tim Steele was looking to go underneath Andy Belmont, had to back out of it. Right here, again, slower cars. Blaze Alexander almost hit the number 2 car of Kerry Earnhardt. You see that? Just had to back out of it. Look at this. Slower cars definitely playing a role right now.
Traffic is heavy tonight here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Earnhardt in the 2 is your leader. Alexander in the 75 is second, lapping by a couple of machines here. And Kerry Earnhardt just sprints away.
Yeah, that car that Blaze is going by, that's J.R. Robbs. He had to go to a backup car because he wrecked the car before qualifying.
This is a challenging racetrack, no doubt about it. And as always, when ARCA comes to Charlotte, there are a handful of drivers who've never been here before.
Did you see that? Did you see how close Frank Kimmel?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Now I know why he's got that small steering wheel on the car, so he can see better to the inside. The big wheel would take a little of his vision away. Just teasing, of course, but we've been wondering about Frank and that tiny Formula One style steering wheel all season long. He's up to 3rd, and he's closing in on Alexander.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Alexander is actually slowing up or if Frank's actually catching the 2 front runners right now.
It does look that way. But Kimmel has started to have the track and the car come to him just a little bit down the backstretch. We'll see if he gains any ground here on Blaze Alexander. Meantime, here is Steele. Billy Venturini hanging on to 4th. Steele rides 5th. Now, Bill, that 25 car, your machine, the proud to be an American Chevrolet. What kind of sponsorship package is that?
Oh, nice move there. What did we do? Well, you know, everyone is wondering about how to help people in New York with the relief fund. What we did is we contacted a lot of our business associates and people we've done business with in the Concord area. Got, I think it was like 12 or 14 sponsors. We donated 50% of our sponsorship money to the local Red Cross.
Great move indeed. Riding with Jason Jarrett, putting plenty of heat on Andy Belmont for a spot now.
Look at that. Did you see that number 1 car wiggling as it's going down the back straightaway? If I was the guy behind him, I'd be, you know, Jason Jarrett, I'd be a little concerned right now. And look at this. Blaze Alexander is tucked right back up on the Kerry Earnhardt's bumper.
He is filling the 2 cars' mirrors. Alexander in the 75. Down the back straightaway. Here come the leaders. Tight formation. This is where they were a couple of laps ago before they encountered lap traffic. Kerry Earnhardt did a great job picking his way through those slower cars, I thought, before.
Yeah, he got through traffic really good, and Blaze got hung up. Now they're going to be coming up on some more lap cars, and we'll see what happens again.
Earnhardt in the deuce is your leader. He's been out front all the way, but Alexander has come to second spot early, and he's been riding there. Hasn't been able to get up alongside Kerry Earnhardt.
No, he looked to the inside and then realized he can't make the move because of the slower cars down on the bottom lane. So he's got to not only worry about trying to catch Kerry and pass him, it's you got to do it in the right time in the right place on the racetrack now.
Leaders lapping by Mike Buckley's 28 car. Mike from Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's had some good short track runs lately, but at the speedways, not quite up to the pace of the lead cars. And here's Alexander now, taking a look through the tri-oval. Gets up alongside Kerry Earnhardt. He'll go by.
Blaze goes by for the lead. I was going to say, man, does Blaze's car come off the corner off of number 4. Really good grip coming off of 4.
Now, the pace these two are running, do you think they can make it without stopping, or will they need to come in for tires?
That's the question that we ask ourselves every race here at Charlotte. If you run this fast, I think if we don't have another yellow, no, they may have to pit. You know, that first yellow wasn't really long enough. You can't run 67 laps of green flag racing here without running out of fuel. You need about between 10 to 15 laps of yellow, somewhere in that area, maybe 10, and you can do it. We haven't had that yet, you know, but if another yellow comes out, then you've got to make the choice. There'll probably be enough fuel to make the race, but do you pit or not? Who knows?
Well, nobody's headed to pit road so far among the contenders. It's Alexander in that black 75 car out in front. Kerry Earnhardt in that deuce right behind him in second spot. Earnhardt led the first couple of dozen laps here tonight.
You know, earlier in the race, you made a comment about how Blaze's car was running up just a little and Kerry's was... No, it was the opposite way. You said Blaze was sticking on the bottom. Kerry was running a little higher. Look at that now. You see now it's just the opposite. Kerry's car sticking on the bottom and Blaze's car is sliding up just a little. It totally depends on which way the car goes the fastest around the racetrack.
And you try different lines in the course of a race like this. Jason Jarrett, meantime, with Dad Dale and Grandpa Ned looking on here tonight. Down the back straightaway in 7th spot in the Biomet machine. I'm surprised that he has not been able to get up and get himself into contention.
All right, you definitely were just reading my mind, because that's what I was just thinking. I thought for sure he'd be able to run up in the top 3 or 4. Good run from Mark Gibson. Mark Gibson hasn't run a lot this year with the Williams Brothers lumber car. Running good right now in 9th.
Meantime, it's Blaze Alexander showing the way. We'll be back at Charlotte.
They have a story to tell, and they tell it in song. TV Music for You presents Once Upon a Song. 34 great hits performed by the world's best-loved musical storytellers.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. I learned the truth at 17, that love was meant for beauty queens. And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose.
Once Upon a Song brings you over 2 hours of classic story songs by the artists who made them famous.
Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. Mama told me not to come.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal.
Today, Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
The day my mama socked it to the Harper Valley PTA.
We may as well go home, as I did on my own.
Once Upon a Song on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. This offer is not available in stores, so order now. Call this toll-free number now to order.